Hi, Trinity West and South. Your teachers have given me a list of more things that they would like you to work on in Google Classroom, so we will be continuing that this week. This week is going to be a hands-on lesson, though. So rather than taking a quiz at the end to show me what you know, you are going to physically do the things to show me you understand them. So let's get started. We're going to start by going over the expectations for technology class to make sure there's no confusion about what you need to do for me. Then we're going to learn some more about email. Our third thing we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through completion of this week's technology assignments. And there'll be a bonus part at the end, and that's more for the parents. If you are the parent of a kindergartner or a student who struggles with typing or writing, there will be a bonus clip at the end where I'll show you Google Read and Write. The first expectation I have is that you actually join my class. I still have about a dozen students who haven't joined, and so this email is going to be sent specifically to them, and hopefully we'll get everybody into my class. But you should have joined all of your other classes as well. If you have an invite for a class where your choices are decline or join, and you know that that class is one of your teachers, you need to choose join. The next expectation that both myself and your other teachers have is that you're checking your email every day. So I've already signed in as another student and I have the emails here. You can see that if it's dark, you have not read that email and you need to be reading it. So let me go into this assignment. So it says that I posted a new assignment. All right, I'm going to delete that. Again, it says I posted a new assignment. I'm going to delete that. When it's just announcements like this, you don't need to worry about them too much. So when I have new assignment, new question, I can check mark all those and delete them. Because those assignments and questions and things are going to be in your Google Classroom. This is just an alert that it's happened. However, if you get an email that says your grade or says a private comment, you definitely want to be looking at those. So this one, the subject line says graded, and these are fake accounts that I've made for the sample for this. So when I look at this grade, I can see that this student earned a 9 out of 10 for this assignment. I can open it to look in more detail, and it will open that Google Classroom. So what happened here just now is it actually did not open it for that child. And I want to talk about that issue because some of you have been having the same one. So I was signed in as this student, Ava. But if you look through with all the students I'm signed in, the default is this other student, Trenton. So when I went to open this, it defaulted and went into Trenton's account. The only way that you can fix that is if you have multiple accounts signed in on the same device, you would have to sign out of all accounts. And after you do that, the first account that you sign in as becomes the default. And then that would open this correctly. So if it's not possible for you to do that and change who the default is, then what you could do is pay attention to it. So this says that it's the grade for week 2 typing.com. So what I can do is I can use my, remember we call the Google Apps the waffle, go into Google Classroom, go into the class. Remember it was week 2 typing.com, so I'm going to click on it and view the assignment, and then I can see the grade here. All right, another thing that you want to be looking for in your emails are private comments. So I've done another example of that. So here I have one where it says added a private comment and graded. These are things you need to look at. If it's just new assignment, new announcement, you're going to see those anyway when you go into Google Classroom. But the private comments and the graded are things you really need to look at. All right, so I'm going to go to private comment. And I can see what the comment is here. And I can see that I did not do the assignment according to this private comment here. If I hit back to go to the previous email, which was in regards to the grade, it's a 0 out of 10. So I'm going to open that up and I'm going to do the assignment and resubmit it. Okay, so I've just gotten into my classwork And typing.com is gray because I have done it. But remember, the private comment I got back says that I had gotten a 0 because I didn't do it correctly. I'm going to view my assignment. Here is my grade. Here is the comment about what I need to do. Let's pretend that I actually did this and I'm ready to get more points. I then want to resubmit it so that my teacher gets a notification that it is done. So I'm going to mark it as done. And now my teacher will know that I resubmitted it, and she can look at my work on typing.com and give me more points on this. So that is another one of my expectations. If you have gotten a grade of 0 on something, that's because you didn't do it correctly and you need to resubmit. And I will give you more points. If you have not done something, I will accept things late. Please do them. In some instances, your points will be lowered for turning things in late because in life there are natural consequences for not meeting deadlines. But sometimes in life, you get cut a break as well. And so if it's a quiz score and you turn that in late, you will earn whatever you got on the quiz. I won't subtract late points for that. All right, so let's go back into the email. And you can get back to your main messages by clicking on Gmail here. So I can see the whole list. The other ones, if you take a look at them, you can decide whether it's important or if you can delete it. This one is my assignment for you for this week, so we're going to save that. Let's go to the next one. This one is just an announcement. I'm going to hit the trash can to delete it. Click on the next one. This one is simply an announcement. I'm going to hit the trash can to delete it. If at any time you accidentally delete something that you didn't mean to, you can go into More, and you can go into your trash, and you can see any of your old emails there. I would not recommend emptying your trash. It will automatically be deleted every 30 days anyway. But that way, if you accidentally delete something, you'll be able to retrieve it. Whereas if you empty it, it will be gone forever. Let's go back to the inbox. Okay, let's talk about my next expectation. When you click on my class, which will have your grade level here, this is just a sample, you originally land in the stream, and the stream is where announcements are posted, such as what your assignments are for my class. You will always have the most recent assignment on top, and if you scroll down, you can go back to previous assignments. So last week, some kids were very confused and they took the quiz without watching the video. And that kind of surprises me because especially when you got to question 2, when it says in the video, which one of these was said to not be working, which by the way, private comments is working now. At that point, if you hadn't watched the video, you should have been thinking, oh, I need to stop taking this quiz. I need to figure out where this video is. So again, my expectation is that when you land in the stream, which is the first thing you come to in my class, you need to read the assignment for the week. So last week's assignment had 2 steps: watching the video, taking the quiz. This week's assignment has 3 steps: watching the video, which you're doing right now. In classwork, you are going to do a reply to email, and also in classwork, you are going to do an attach a file. So again, a very important requirement for my class is that you read the assignments in the stream, before you go into your classwork. If you are on a classwork and you are in view assignment, you can't see the stream right now. But if you go right back to the class title, it drops you in the stream immediately. We are now in the 3rd part of the video. I'm going to walk you through your week 4 assignments so you know exactly what to do. It might be a good idea for you to snap this video to one side of your screen and do the assignments in the other, but it's perfectly fine to pause and come back and forth as well. All right, so we're going to look in the stream for this week's assignment. We are on week 4. Step 1 was watching this video, which you're doing. Step 2 says to click on the assignment titled Week 4 Reply to Email. Follow the instructions as described in this video from step 1 that you're currently watching and that are written on the assignment. So I'm going to go into my classwork, and I've already clicked on it once, but yours will look like this. When you click on it, you can see your assignment, and here are the instructions. Several of you are trying to do assignments without reading what the instructions say, and you're not doing a good job. You need to read what it says. If you're struggling with reading, there's a bonus video at the end that's going to teach you Google Read and Write, and your parents could install that and help you with the reading of your assignments. Okay, I'm going to view my assignment. And it says to find the email from Pamela Coppis, that's me, titled Assignment Reply to Email. You're going to send a reply with a sentence or more telling me something I need to know about you in regards to technology class. And then it says something that's in all capitals, which means I'm shouting it at you. Important! After you send the email, please mark this assignment as done, which would be right here. I'm not going to do that yet because I haven't sent the email yet. I'm going to use my Google Apps waffle, go to my Gmail, and I'm going to find that assignment that says reply to email. Here it is. Okay, so I gave some more description in here. It says, Dear student, in your week 4 technology assignment, you need to write a reply to a teacher email. The reason for this is several of your teachers have said that you're struggling with this and sending them blank replies. All right, let me continue reading. The reply for this assignment can be as little as 1 sentence or as much as you want to write. Tell me anything I need to know about you in regards to distance learning with my class. Below are some examples of things you could write, but if you have something else related to my class that you'd like to write about, that's fine. And it has some examples here. Then it says, remember, you only need to write 1 sentence about technology class. Spelling and grammar mistakes on this assignment will not lower your grade, but please check over your work so that it is clear enough that I can understand it. Sincerely, Mrs. Coppis. All right, so in order to reply to this email, you are going to hit this arrow right here. This is the reply button. What it will do is it will make a new email for you that replies to the old one. If you need to see the old one, you can scroll up and there it is. So I have some very simple replies that my kindergarten and first grade students might like to write. They could write simply, I miss you. I like computers. This class is too hard. So that would be a simple reply for struggling students or for students who are in the younger grades. So I could do something as simple as that and then press send. Let's say that you're in the upper grades and you want to write a little bit more. There's some more examples up here about, you could tell me something that you've liked that I've done, something that you're having trouble with, a question that you have, something that you'd like us to do a lesson on in the future. So if you're in the upper grades, like 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we have worked on letter writing. So you might want to actually address me, Mrs. Coppins. I have really enjoyed this class. I wish we could do some coding assignments. And then you could do a closing and sign your name, not my name here. We'll pretend that my son wrote it. Okay, and then I can send the email. Okay, so it has my original email and it has your reply. Because of the way I've set this up though, I will see all of your replies in one long chain on my end, and I don't want to miss anybody's replies. So it's very important that after you reply to that email, you need to hit mark as done so that I know you've completed this assignment and I know to look for it and I won't miss it in that long chain of replies I get. So I'm going to press mark as done. It's saying that I didn't attach any work. Well, no, there's nothing to attach. This was an email. So I do want to mark it as done. And that will send me an alert that you have completed your assignment and that I need to look for your email. Let's go back to the classwork. So sample class. And you can see that turned gray because it's done. The last step was watch the instruction video in the stream, which you've done. Attach a picture to this assignment as described in the video and be sure to click turn it in. So one of the other things your teachers wanted you to learn how to do was to attach files to your work. So I would like you to send me a picture. It can be an actual photograph of you. It can be a cool picture you find on the internet. I don't care what the picture is of. Send me any picture you want, just so you have the practice of attaching a file. All right, so I'm going to add a file. If you are attaching it from your Google Drive because you have it saved there, that's fine. If you are attaching it from something that is saved on your computer, that's fine too. Those are going to be your two best bets for attaching files. Links may or may not come through to me. So if you are doing something from the internet, which I'll show you how to do, you're going to want to save it first before you upload it. Okay, let's say I want to put something into my Google Drive and then attach the file that way. To do that, I'm going to use my Google Apps waffle and I'm going to open my drive. And anything I drag and drop into here will automatically be uploaded to the drive. So let's snap this to the right. And I'm going to open up the file with my picture in it and snap that to the left. And let's see, I wanted this one and I'm going to just drag it over. If I drag it into that folder, it'll go specifically there. I just want it in the drive, so I'm going to drop it there. And there it goes. Let's make this full screen again. Okay, going right back to attaching a file. Add from my Google Drive, because that's where I put it. And in my recent, it'll be the most recent thing I put in there. So I can double click on it to attach it. And now I want to turn it in. Yes, turn it in. Let me show you what that looks like on the teacher side. So on the teacher side, if I go into the classwork and I go to attach a file, I can see two people have turned it in. I'm going to view the assignment. And here it is. So there I can see the file. If you had written me any private comments, I would have seen them there. You don't have to put a private comment, it's not needed. But let me tell you about my family since we're here. This is Connor, he's in 4th grade. Cameron's in 1st grade. Carson is 3 years old, and Catherine is 1 year old. Okay, once I get your assignment, I will put the points in. If you do it on time, it's 5 out of 5. And I hit return to send it back to you. Now, let's say you don't have an image on your device and you would like to attach something from the internet. You can do an image search. So, cup of tea for bar. Okay, go to my images and I'm going to save this image. So right click, save image as, and you just want to pick a location that makes sense to you. So I'm just going to put mine on the desktop for right now and give it a logical name, cup of tea, save it. Okay, now I am going to attach that file. So add or create. This would be a file. I'm going to select it from my device. I remember that I saved it to my desktop and then I called it cup of tea. There it is. There it is attached and I'm going to upload it. You don't have to send me a private comment, but if you want to explain your image, you can. I did not like this assignment. It is not my cup of tea. And the all important turn in. If you don't click turn in, I'm not going to get it and you didn't do the assignment then. Yes, I want to submit that file. And then on the back end, I can see that. Let's go back to the stream with the announcements. So you can see that you've accomplished step 1, watching the video. Step 2, replying to email and marking as done. Step 3, attaching a file. And the only other thing is if you have not completed any earlier assignments or if you've gotten a grade of 0, please go back and work on those things so that you can raise your scores and get your assignments complete. That ends our lesson. I'm going to now do a bonus clip at the end that will allow you to understand Google Read and Write. This is a program that will read things to you from your computer screen, and also it will allow you to use your voice to do typing. So if you or your parents are interested in more information on Google Read and Write, please stay tuned. Otherwise, you may end this video. So here is a little extra information for you if you are the parent of a younger student or a student who is struggling with reading and writing to complete their assignments. My oldest son is in 4th grade and he's autistic, and he's okay with me sharing this with you. One of his accommodations at school is if he needs to write more than 3 sentences on an assignment, he gets out his Chromebook and he uses Google Read and Write. I know that this program will work on laptops, computers, and Chromebook. I am not sure about tablets and phones as I haven't tried it on that. So let me start by opening up Google Chrome. And I want to add an extension. So I'm going to do a search for Google Read and Write. And I want to add this extension to Chrome. And I've already read through this. Yes, I want to add the extension. And it has now added my extension. So I can see this purple puzzle piece is my Google Read and Write. If I want it to type for me with my voice, if you have a microphone built into the device you're using, or if you can attach a microphone to it, it will do typing for you. It doesn't work in everything. It will work in emails. It will work in docs. It will work in Google Classroom. We've used it in all of those. One thing we found that it does not work in is Google Slides. So let me give you a sample of how this works. I'm going to open up a Google Doc. And I'm going to open my Read and Write extension. There it is. Let me use the drop-down menu to pull it down. This little headphone recorder will do the talk and type. So if I press it and start talking, it will type what I say. I am now talking, and Google Read and Write is typing what I say, period. It's pretty good with grammar and fixing mistakes, period. However, if you don't enunciate, it will not be able to figure out what you are saying, and it will type in the wrong words, period. I clicked on my speaker to pause it. It also tells me that I can say new line, and it'll put a new line in that way. Once you're done typing, you can right-click on any mistakes that it has suggested for you, and it will underline those. Since Google Read and Write is the name of the program, what I actually want to do is capitalize those. Let's say that I want it to read something to me. I'm going to click at the beginning of it, and I'm going to hit the play button.
I am now talking, and Google Read and Write is typing what I say.
I did not realize it was British. Hold on.
Mistakes. However, if you don't
stop. Okay, I'll be very honest with you. I have no idea why it's British. It is an English accent on my son's computer, so I'm guessing it has something to do with my settings, and I'll have to play with that. There are a lot of features in here that I don't know what all they do, but the reading and the writing is very helpful for my son, and those are the features that he uses. So I hope it will be helpful to some of your kiddos as well.